decided very last minute that I was going to do a little spend the day with me vlog today. I'm not really doing anything exciting, but yeah, just thought I would pick the camera up and do a little vlog. I'm just quickly getting ready. My everyday sort of like skincare routine is literally just this vitamin C serum from The Ordinary, and then I always use tinted SPF from Ultra Sun, and that's what I do most, and then I just put a little bit of mascara on. Very rarely I'll actually put some makeup on at the minute because I just can't be bothered. I'm just lazy. I feel like this gives us a little bit of colour. Well, you wouldn't think it on this camera, but in person I do look a little bit more tanned. So I've got a couple of hours of in-person PT clients this morning, and then I'm going to train one leg because I have an injury in the other leg. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I've just been doing single leg workouts for a few weeks now because my right leg is knackered. I strained the tendon in my right hamstring, so I'm just trying to rest, and honestly I was hoping it would be better by now, but it's not. So I do have another physio appointment on Friday though. My hair is so fluffy because it's just been washed. It's like impossible to do anything with it. But yeah, the hamstring, like the thing is, it doesn't feel any worse than it did a few weeks ago. It feels a little bit better, like it's not as painful sitting down and things, but it's still not there yet. So for the time being, I can't like go for walks, I can't go for runs, I can't go hiking, I can't train my right leg. So just all the things that I would usually really look forward to doing and really enjoy doing, I can't do. So I think more than anything else, it's been a little bit of a mental battle. Like my mental health has just went over the last few weeks because usually the things that I would do and that I would look forward to, I obviously just can't do. So yeah, but it's okay. It will be okay. I hope it'll be okay soon. It's completely my own fault because I think I just did far too much at one, like I'd overstretched it one day, and I knew it had been stretched too far. I felt it, like it didn't feel nice, and then for the next 2 weeks I just went about life as normal, like going on loads of hikes, training legs, getting PBs, like going to hot pod yoga, runs. Just I didn't back off at all, and then yeah, and then I got to the point where I was literally like burning just walking around the yard. So this one's on me. But I have tried to be very responsible since then. Since it was 3 weeks. 3 weeks on Friday since I went to physio. I've tried to be really, really responsible. Like I haven't been going on any walks or anything, but hence why my mental health has just been like not as good as usual, not the best. But I'm gonna do a couple of hours of clients and then I'll take you along for a single leg workout. I don't really have a plan for these single leg workouts because every time I do them I'm thinking this will be the last one, then it'll be better, we'll be doing both legs, but obviously that hasn't been the case so far. But I've just kind of been doing like single leg hip thrusts, single leg RDLs, cable kickbacks, split squats, nothing exciting. But I thought I'll still take you with us and I can chat you through like what I'm doing as alternatives and things like that, just in case you have a leg injury as well. I don't think what else I've got on today. I've got a counselling appointment this afternoon, and then I have to do a meal prep, I have to do a little bit of work on the laptop, so nothing exciting, and I've got some clients tonight, so literally nothing exciting, but this is just a typical day in the life. And to be honest, I think I just needed to talk because Dom's on holiday at the minute. Dom's in Dubai, so the house is so quiet. I'm just so not used to the house being this quiet. Like you can hear a pin drop in the house right now, and it's weird. Dom usually works from home as well, so I'm just used to having someone in the house and like chatting to someone just passing by or hearing noise and things, so it feels weird. So I think that's why I wanted to do this today, just so that I can chat and hear a noise even if it's just my own voice. But yeah, I'll pick you back up before I go out to the gym. Okay, so finished work. I'm gonna go straight out to the gym and train because if not, I feel like if I sit down I just won't get back up. I'm gonna make a drink. So I always put 1 scoop of creatine and 1 scoop of AAs in a drink while I'm training. I don't need to take AAs. I think I'm gonna stop taking them. But I just took them for years because I like to drink something like fruity while I'm training instead of just water. But then I just think like I'm just wasting my money on it, so I think once this pack runs out, it's about half empty now, I think I just won't buy any more, but I have said that before and I always get it. It's just, I'm a routine person and it's in my routine that you just get used to having plain water really, but yeah, I just shake that up, sip that while I'm training, and then I am gonna have like a quarter of a scoop of pre-work. I stopped taking pre for like 2 months, I stopped having caffeine altogether. But then the other day I had a coffee. Felt really good. So, and I really don't need to take pre now. Like, this is not going to be an intense workout at all, but it'll just get me in the right headspace. I feel tired and I feel like I'm not excited for my leg workouts at the minute because I can't train them properly. So it feels even more difficult to get out there. So this is the fruit punch. Jesus, this battery is so powerful. Like, oh right, great. Now it's on the floor because I'm trying to show off. It's like a quarter of a scoop, so I'm just so sensitive to caffeine at the minute. It feels necessary today because it's such a gloomy day. I have a slight issue. It's absolutely freezing cold. If you don't already know, I literally train outside. Like, you feel the wind in here. And I've run out of gas for my heater. Like, it literally ran out yesterday. But yesterday and today should be like the last cold days. I think it's going to warm up. Like, I haven't really needed it recently until yesterday, and then it ran out. So I don't really want to buy a new can of gas for it just to sit there until next winter. So I'm just gonna have to roll with it today, but it's cold. And I feel like if I was doing my normal leg workout, I would warm up super fast because it would be quite intense, but probably not today. So I'm not gonna keep the coat on all the time, but I want to. Okay, so first exercise, I'm going to do some glute medius kickbacks on the cable. So I've actually just started doing these, so I've actually never done these on my right side before, because I've just been doing them the last couple of weeks while I've been like bored and trying things out. But they're really good. Like this side of my glute was aching for like 4 days. That's the thing that I need to focus on, like the shelf part of my glute, because there's just nothing there. So yeah, I don't know, I really struggle with exercises for that, but these I really feel, and the way that I ate like for a few days after was crazy. So I'll talk you through. It's a little bit awkward to do on my cable machine because my cable can only come straight out, like it can't kick back on an angle or anything. So I imagine it would be a lot easier on a like normal cable machine, but I'm gonna get one of them in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna order one of them, like a cable crossover for in here, so that'll be a game changer. But yeah, I can imagine these being a lot easier to set up in the gym. So I'm just using a handle like this, and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm like putting my foot through like that and taking it to there on my foot, so it's nice and like steady, so it's not hanging off the end. So pop my foot through, and then like I said, I have to go straight, so I have to like line it up properly, but in the gym it will be a lot less effort. And then pull forward like this, so my right leg's my supporting leg, and then straighten the working leg and point your toes slightly inward, and then you just kick in out to the side like that, and then bring it back nice and controlled. So try not to swing and keep it all in the glute. And try and keep your core tight as well. So the other day when I did it, I did 4 sets of 15. It was absolutely brutal. Whew. I can imagine that being quite awkward to do in the gym actually, because you kind of like sprawled across the floor. But if you can get that set up when you're doing it, if you're not bothered about like lying on the floor like that, then definitely try that. So do another 3 sets of 15. Finish with them. Next, I'm gonna do, I don't know. This is the thing, I don't have a plan. I'm used to following a plan. I think I'll do some single leg hip thrusts next, so I think I might do it as a drop set, do it with the bar, and then straight into body weight, so do really high reps for those. Yeah, we'll do that. I can't do single leg hip thrusts with a dumbbell. I wish I could, but I think it's the shape of my dumbbells. They're like the hex shape, and they're just not comfortable, like they're digging. If they were flat, I think they'd be better, so I've started doing them with the bar, which is crazy hard, but it feels a lot more comfortable, so it is quite nice to actually train without a band, like, and just come in here and do what feels like I just feel better for moving. It's nice to just do what I fancy doing, really. So do a body weight set first to warm in first, and then I'm going to do drop sets. So the single leg hip thrust, you want to keep your feet central so your balance is better, and arms out to the side. You're not going to keep your chin tucked like you would with a normal hip thrust. For a normal hip thrust, you'd keep your chin tucked and push up like that, but you're going to take your body back with you and go all the way like that. And just make sure you're not lifting this leg up. This leg's just staying in a locked position, and you just push it up with your left heel. I'm going to do 15 reps. So next I'm going to do the exact same thing with the bar, and then drop the weight to body weight again. So set up the same, feet in the middle, and just to keep the bar stable, instead of put my hands out to the side like that, I like to put my hands out and hold the plates. Obviously, once I add more weight to this, I'm not going to be able to reach any further, really. Although I can't imagine I'll be adding much more weight to this. Well, I could add small plates. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll just keep these plates. Anyway, we're going to push up, and I'm going to go for 10 reps, and then I'm going to drop it into body weight for 15 reps again. Straight into 15 body weight. You're lying if I said I wasn't slightly concerned that my left glute was going to get a lot peachier than the right. One more. Oh, the left cheek. I'm going to do 2 more sets of that. Third exercise, I'm going to do some single leg RDLs with a kettlebell. So usually I do quite a lot of B stance movements in my plans, like B stance deadlifts, but because I'm trying not to put any weight on this side, I've been doing single leg ones, and I've been holding on to something for balance just so I can load up the movement a little bit more. So when I say holding on, I've just been like holding on with my fingers like that, like I'm not holding on, I'm just using it for balance. Slight bend in the knee, and then pushing your bum back. I actually feel those so much in my glutes, it's crazy. I actually feel those more in my glutes than I would usually feel RDLs in my glutes. So I think I'm definitely going to put these in my plan when my legs better, because they feel really good. And that's what I'm trying to think with this injury, like it is getting me to kind of like slow down and try some new movements, try some new unilateral movements that I wouldn't previously have done. And because I'm really concentrating on isolating this leg, I feel like it's getting me to slow everything down and think about everything even more than I usually would. So like the muscle connection was crazy with them. So that's what I'm trying to see, the silver lining. I'm trying to see the good things. I'm gonna go heavier, and then I'm gonna do, I'll stick with sets of 12. They feel mint, like they feel mint. I'm back at my Eminem phase. I used to always listen to Eminem while I was training, and he's back. So next I'm going to do some split squats. I love split squats. I mean, I don't love split squats, I hate split squats, but they are really good, and I prefer them than lunges because it means I can take all the weight off my right leg. I always do my split squats with these plates set up instead of a bench. I think I used to always use a bench, and it was Chrissy Cheller that I'd seen first use plates, and then I just never went back to a bench. These are so comfortable and so much easier to stabilise. Because it's not as high as a bench, I can get my knee to tap the floor every rep, and then I know that each rep is consistent. So I'll do some body weight first and then I'll use a dumbbell. So I just tilt forward, load up my left glute, and then come down until my right knee taps the floor, just gently taps the floor. I'll just keep them nice and slow. I'm gonna do, what should I do? I think I'm gonna do some drop sets. So I'm gonna do with a dumbbell, 12 reps, and then straight into 12 body weight. It feels so good though. I don't know if I want to do another exercise or if I want to leave it there and maybe do a couple of like abs exercises. This is why it's good to have a plan. So you don't end up sitting here thinking, what should I do? Or maybe I just do nothing. But it is also nice to think, what do I want to do right now? I think really I'd love to do a HIIT workout, but impact is out of the question. So I think I might do a few abs exercises, like a timed ab circuit. Yes, we'll do that. I'm going to do some dumbbell side bends. I'll do a few sets of 15 each side, and then I'll do a body weight ab circuit. I'll pick like 3 or 4 exercises and do 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 3 or 4 rounds, and then I'll call it. Finally warmed up. I hate training abs. I just got a message off Dom saying that he's sunbathing, that he's going dead rosy and tanned, and it's literally peeing down here. And he's going to come back, he's only been there for 2 days, he's going to come back in 11 days and he's going to be like gorgeous and tanned and sun-kissed and bronze, and I'm just going to be pale and depressed, and I feel like I just don't need that kind of negativity right now. I'm going to do a meal prep for later because I finish work at like 8:15 and I don't really want to cook at that time. So I'm just going to do a Cajun Maggi bag with some chicken, peppers, tomatoes and onion in, and I'll cook some rice and things, and then that'll be ready to eat as soon as I get in. And I'll do some for lunch tomorrow as well. Literally can't go wrong with these Maggi bags. I absolutely love them. Just so easy. I'm just heading out to my appointment now and I'm actually looking forward to it. I feel like there's a couple of things that I just like want to get off my chest and just work on. So that's good. There was a time like when I would dread going to the appointments because I just knew that I was going to get so upset and emotional. I feel like I'm just a lot better at handling things now. Like I think there's always going to be stuff happen and there's always going to be like bad things happen or things which kind of like throw you off, and these things used to like send me south. Like I wouldn't know how to handle my emotions, I wouldn't know what to think, or I would think that all these little things were the end of the world and really struggle with them. Whereas now I'm kind of like, right, okay, like you'll get through it, you've got through everything else, and I feel like I have more confidence in myself that I know I'm going to get through it and that I'm going to be okay. And I've also started to look at things that happen as like challenges, like things that I'm going to learn. Like you're not going to grow if things don't challenge you, you're just going to stay the same. So as hard as it is, like anything that happens, any bad thing that happens or whatever, I'm kind of like, I'm going to be stronger after this, like I'm going to grow from this, and what can I learn from this? Things are just different now. Like obviously I'll still have the moments of like getting worked up and things like that, but I just feel like I'm able to come back from them a lot faster than I was, and I'm able to like be more level-headed. Anyway, I have to go on my appointment now, but I'll continue this very deep philosophical chat when I get back. So we talked about a lot. My throat's actually killing because I talk that much, but it makes such a difference because when I started going to counselling a year ago, literally like bang on a year ago, I was just like crying and crying and crying, and I couldn't talk about things because I was just so emotional and couldn't really get my words out really because I was just that upset. But yeah, I feel like I'm in a good place. We actually were just chatting there about how different I am now from like a year ago, and how I don't let things bother us as much, and how I'm just like everything's just so much better. It's crazy. Yeah, I feel really good after that actually, and I love going as well now because I feel like I used to get dead defensive about I can't talk. I feel like I used to get dead defensive about things when I first started because I hated to like, I don't know, I feel like I couldn't understand my flaws and like the role that I played in situations, and I would like deny them or like get a little bit upset and like defensive over it and kind of be thinking like, no, you're wrong, I'm not like that at all. And now when I'm like called out on things, it actually makes us laugh a little bit because I'm like, yeah, you're right, I am causing that for myself, or I could be doing this, or I have looked at that the wrong way, or whatever it is. It's kind of good because now I just feel like I'm not in that like defensive, because I feel like that defensiveness came from a place of like low self-esteem and low confidence and things like that, and now I'm just like, yeah, I did that, or like, yeah, that was me, I caused that, whatever it is. So but yeah, I feel it's good. I really enjoyed today actually, and it's nice to just have conversations about things with someone who isn't like emotional or involved. It's just good. And like the things that were bothering us, like I said before, there was a couple of things that had been sort of like playing on my mind and things. I've just got them off my chest and now I feel fine. Like I'm good and I don't feel emotional about them at all, and I can just put them to bed and move on. I feel like I do talk about going to counselling and that more openly now as well, which is, I think, is a good thing. I know there's still like negative connotations and that to it, but I mean, that it works. Like look at me a year ago before I started and now, and I was just like, I couldn't even, like at one point I couldn't even go in a shop. Like I would go in if I was with Dom, but I would be like really worked up beforehand and after. But I would, at one point I would try and go in Tesco by myself, like when he was at work or something, if I needed to pop in, and I just would sit in the car park for ages beforehand, like physically crying, not wanting to go in because I didn't want to be around people. And that came from a place of just like really bad social anxiety and also just like really low self-esteem and self-confidence. It seems crazy now, but that's where my head was at the time. And I'm just, I don't know, I feel I've just been able to like work through so many things and build my, even like doing these YouTube videos, like you have no idea how much I tried, how often I tried to like record things and like posting on social media. Like I would always be the girl who was like, I'm gonna start and post more, and then just didn't post anything for months because I was just like scared that I wouldn't be accepted, or that like people didn't like us, or that I was like ugly or didn't have the right, like my body was bad and I shouldn't be posting, like just all that crap really. And now I'm just like, meh. I just think if you want to show up as a better person for yourself and within all your relationships, within work, just like everything really, then you need to work on yourself. And I felt like that, and I was in such a bad place because I had so many things like under the surface that I was just like suppressing. It's a funny thing because like always, like for years now, my main priority has been like looking after my mental and physical health and improving my mental health, but I was doing all the things before, everything that they say you should do and everything that you see online that everyone's doing and everything the books tell you to do, and I was doing all of them, but I just still subconsciously just didn't believe that I was worth like changing. I don't know, just something wasn't clicking. Like I was doing all the stuff but there just was something missing and I just wasn't improving. Like I was just still stuck in the same place, and if anything it was almost getting worse because I was starting to like really resent myself for the fact that things weren't getting better and put a lot of pressure on myself for these changes to happen. So I think for me, just starting counselling actually made things click. Like things finally started to click into place and I finally started to understand the stuff I was doing. But
more than anything, before I just didn't believe that I was trying to change, but subconsciously I didn't believe that I was worthy of these changes that I was trying to make happen. So I think it just finally helped things click into place and finally made me start actually believing that I could change and that I was worth these changes. So yeah, that is part 2 of the deep philosophical chat done, because I'm back home. So I'm gonna eat my lunch. So for my lunch I'm just having this stir fry, which was leftovers from last night. So it's salmon stir fry with a sweet chili sauce. This is one of my favourite staple meals to have because it's so easy and so full of goodness. Hi, so I've ended up sat on the sofa just doing some content planning and things, but I'm gonna have to get up because it's a dangerous game. I'm starting to feel tired, I'm starting to feel sleepy because I'm on the sofa. I have work in like an hour and a half. I have so much to do before then. I'm gonna have to go and sit at the desk and actually get on with things. I feel like I work at the pace of a snail when I'm sat on the sofa because I just get too comfortable and chilled out and lazy. So I'm gonna get up. That's my favourite thing ever. I've just wrote a very deep, very philosophical Instagram. What is wrong with me today? I think I'm just in that place in my head where everything's deeper than it is. Like everything's as deep as the ocean today. I think that's just me every day, to be honest. Nothing is like surface level, everything is like very intense. So I'm gonna quickly go downstairs and eat a Squares bar and then go to work. Jeez, I think I need a second after writing that. It makes us, right, not emotional, that's not the word, because like I said, I feel like I can talk about things now, but it makes us like, just, I don't know. I need a snack. I have this mint chocolate shake Squares bar, and I'll speak to you after work. I'll speak to you when I eat my food. I am finished and I'm gonna cozy up on the sofa and eat my chicken and rice and then have some ice cream. I'm really cold, like my legs are freezing cold. I've been outside, I can't wait for like a nice hot shower, but I'm super hungry, so I'll eat this first. I know I should sit at the table, but I don't want to sit at the table by myself. It feels a little bit lonely. I'd rather be cozy here. So I'm gonna watch some YouTube while I eat, or maybe I'll just eat in silence. I don't mind eating in silence. So I have some ice cream. It's a new one out at Tesco. It is roasted pistachio, and they also brought another one out that's coconut and passion fruit, and I got that one last week and that one's really nice as well. So I'm gonna have a quarter of the tub. I had a quarter last night. I can make it stretch 4 days if I just have a quarter at a time. So I'm just eyeballing it and having a quarter. I have loads of calories left. I could probably eat the full rest of this tub and still be within my calories today. I think I'm going to do a quick Zoom call with Dom because he's just got home from this like thing that he was at in Dubai. It's like 11:45 there because they're 3 hours ahead of us. So I might as well be there with him because I'm getting video talk through of everything that he's doing, which is adorable.
Welcome to my vlog. I don't like it, but like a real life walkthrough.
I'll have this call with him while I have some ice cream, and then I'll go upstairs and get ready for bed. And I think I just want to get into bed and read this book that I've been really enjoying at the minute. I'll show you it. It's called The Mountain Is You. It's just a nice, easy read before bed, and I feel like it's just putting my head in a good place. Hey! Come on here. Hi! You okay? I'll turn the camera off while I speak to you. Are you okay? You have a good time? Yeah. This is the book that I was talking about. Right, I don't know why. I think this is off. I think I read it when I was in the bath and like the other day, and this happened. So yeah, such a nice easy read, and I feel like it's just calling us out on all the things I do to self-sabotage myself, so it's kind of good and opening my eyes a lot, so I definitely recommend it. So that's it for today's video. I'm literally not going to do anything else, so I'll just end the video here, but thank you so much for watching if you did make it this far, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy this sort of random lifestyle whatever content, then give this video a like, and if you haven't already, then subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.